All-Pro center Jason Kelce came out and said that the Eagle players are on edge. Baker Mayfield's looking to throw 300-plus yards on this Eagles defense. However, complimentary football will lead to a lot of Philadelphia sacks. Plus, DeAndre Swift, NFC Player of the Week, and a horrible stat for the Eagles offense. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast, and today we got a lot to get into, but before we do that, Eagle Nation, can I ask y'all for a favor? Help your boy out. Hit that like, subscribe if you are new, and ding the bell. That way you're notified when we drop these videos, go live, or put out YouTube shorts. Let's get right into it. DeAndre Swift, Player of the Week in the NFC, and that is the perfect pick. He went off with a $175 on 28 carries, and I can't wait to see how he follows it up against the Bucs, who can be had on the ground and the air. This offense should eat. However, Kenny G might be back. I do think they're going to try to go back to a committee, and at the end of the day, we just saw Kenny G get hurt, right? Swift has been hurt in the past. Rashad Penny is a walk-in injury too, and we haven't used him much. So you got to utilize these guys. But if you see Swift getting hot, keep it going. Heck, if Kenny G gets hot, keep it going. I need both these guys to get enough carries to get warmed up, to get hot, and whoever has the hot hand, continue with it. Use them both evenly, but you can't favor one without giving the other a chance to get warmed up. But I do want to keep these guys healthy, and I think playing a committee will do that. You can't run Swift 28 times the whole season, you know what I mean? But when he's hot, give him the ball and vice versa. Now, I do want to get to what Jason Kelce said on WIP. He said the temperature in the locker room is that the Eagles players are pretty much on edge.
Well, we're 2-0, which is good. But we're 2-0, and we know that we could very easily be 1-1, and we have not played football the way we want to play football yet. So the temperature of the team is a little bit on edge, and I think everybody, feels that we need to play better, and if we want to live up to the expectations that we think that we are capable of playing like, we need to make improvements and we need to perform better. And I think that that's a temperature that I feel. And I think that's a good temperature. I think that's where you want to be in this league. I've been on record before saying, you don't want to be comfortable. When you're comfortable, there's a shoe waiting to drop in this league. And, I think that we all understand that we have great talent on this roster. We have great coaches. We have a great organization, and we're sitting here 2-0. But I think everybody is very cognizant of the fact that we need to continue to improve.
Got to be better. It's as simple as that. Jason Kelce is one of the guys in the locker room that gets the respect from everybody. So if he's saying that's the temperature, I totally agree. Now, he also talked about you can never get comfortable in this league, and I agree. However, we're not even at a spot where we can even think about getting comfortable because we're not living up to expectations on the field. Yes, we're 2-0, but we got to be better. We know we can, and we're not just trying to magically get better, right? We got the talent. We got the head coach. We got the leaders in the locker room. So it's about just fixing little mistakes, miscommunication, and some play calling on defense, play calling and execution on offense. But it's fixable, and it's early, so I'm not worried. And listen, Jason Kelce is a dog. He was on a Pat McAfee show and said that he played the majority of last season with a grade 2 high ankle sprain, he told Pat McAfee. This dude is playing he was an all-pro last year on one ankle. He hasn't given up a sack, a pressure this season. He barely did last season. Jason Kelce speaks, everybody's going to listen, including your boy Philly Mike. I'm not worried. The Eagles defense has been getting turnovers though, right? Turnovers galore through the first 2 weeks, 6 of them, whether it's a strip fumble, an interception, a special teams hit. It's good to get turnovers, but they're not always going to be reliable, right? You're going to have to make teams punt. You're going to have to get sacks, but the sacks are coming. Complementary football is going to help this Eagles team get sacked. Like I said in my last video, the Eagles weren't leading the league in sacks until week 9 or 10. So relax. The pressures from Jalen Carter, the pressures from Jordan Davis, Josh Sweat are there. Once the coverage matches due to miscommunication and injuries. We've been banged up. 3 or 4 guys on defense. Take that away from any team, they will struggle too. The miscommunication's what killed us week 1 against Mac Jones. But this is why the sacks are coming. As soon as we get complimentary football, we get a sack. Here you got Hassan Reddick dropping back, Nicholas Morrow blitzing. Hassan Reddick does a great job shadowing the tight end on the right side. The 2 Eagle linebacker and safety bracket coverage TJ Hawkinson, and that allows Josh Sweat to get the strip sack. So again, sometimes in that game, we saw Kirk Cousins get the ball out of his hand fast. Rewind a week ago, Mac Jones gets the ball out of his hands fast. When the back end of the defense plays up to par, that half a second more turns a Jalen Carter, a Josh Sweat, a Jordan Davis pressure and hurry into a legit sack. So the sacks are coming. Pressures turn into sacks. Once you shore things up on the back end, and you're going to have to do that when we play the Bucs. Let's talk a little bit about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the Bears. Baker Mayfield, 317, a touchdown, a 114.5 rating, and 9.3 yards per attempt. He slung the rock. I am so excited we're getting James Bradbury back. We need him back, whether he plays the slot or outside. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are a tough matchup. Speaking of Mike Evans, right? 8 targets, 6 receptions, 171 yards, and a touchdown. I think we need Reed Blankenship back too. I haven't really heard the status on Reed Blankenship. It's only Wednesday, right? We play Monday night, and so there's time. You're going to need your full arsenal, right? Baker Mayfield ain't that great, but Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are making his job easier. He's getting protection, and so far, we've let every team throw for 300. It could change in a blink of an eye because it's more of miscommunication than just we don't have talent. You saw, complimentary football makes this team very, very tough to beat. This is why the Buccaneers defense looked so good against the Chicago Bears. They did have 6 sacks on Fields, but look at this. Fields drop back. He has time. Look how wide open this guy is. And this happens to every quarterback, but he's actually looking there. Like, normally, they're not facing the side of the wide open guy. 2 guys wide open. He's staring at it. The blocking holds up. And then he just runs into a sack. This ain't just one play. There's multiple plays like that. Justin Fields threw 2 interceptions. He still threw for like 211 yards. He was in that game. He threw a pick 6. Was still in that game. The Buccaneers are 2-0. Baker Mayfield looks like he's playing the best ball of his weird career. But at the end of the day, the Bucs and Justin Fields had opportunities. They just blew it. The NFL preview picks, GPG picks the Bucs by 1. Colleen Wolfe, A. Ranks, M. Grant, M. Sessler, MJD, Gordon, Shook, Eldholm, and Patera all picked the Eagles. A lot of them by 7, right? Sessler said the Eagles are going to blow them out 31-12, right? A lot close games, but we got, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 10 picks, 9 Eagles, 1 the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That don't mean we could take them lightly at all. Now, I was speaking of cornerbacks. Recently, an ex-cornerback of the Eagles who does play the slot tweeted, man, the love Philly gives me is incredible. He don't even play for us, and we're still giving him love when he tweets. And that is one Crevion LeBlanc. He tweeted yesterday at 3:49, the love I get from Philly fans bring me tears of joy. I remember Crevion LeBlanc. And listen, since we are trying to replace an Avonte Maddox who's out for the year, I'm not saying he's still playing at whatever level he left the Eagles in, 2019-20? But listen, if he's about to... If we're giving guys like William Jackson a call, why not just call him up and entertain the fact that Philly fans love him? I like the interception he got in the playoffs with Drew Brees that one time. Good memories. Now, I wanted to get that good memory out because I'm about to show you a stat that makes us understand why this offense is, it's getting stuck. The same way I'm getting stuck on my words, it's getting stuck. And I think it's more because of the play calling for sure, situationally. But look at this, right? Jalen Hurts in this Eagles offense. Teams with 12 or more 3-and-outs this season. Eagles, Jags, Colts, Bengals, Steelers. Eagles with 12, Steelers with 14. Colts, Jags, Bengals, 12 and 13. But you're talking about 12 3-and-outs. We're at the bottom of the food chain. And so when I look at this Eagles offense, it's like this. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Look how easy it is. Next possession, stuck, punt, stuck, punt, stuck, punt. Next possession, boom, 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 boom. Then it's stuck, punt, stuck, punt, stuck, punt. The consistency in this play calling and this execution has been shaky. I feel like I'm watching two teams at times, right? One drive will be so methodical or so big or just executed great. And that happens in the NFL, but not at the rate. Look, we scored 25 points in game 1, 34 points in game 2. If you look at the teams that we're with, it's hard to be a team scoring 30 plus, but going 3-and-out as many times as the Eagles did. So it's the consistency of the play calling that is kind of putting us back and back and back. And we got to clean that up. Got to clean that up. If you missed my video yesterday, I got to show you. The reason I went out and found that play where it's complimentary football, right? Secondary plays up to par, we'll start getting strip sacks and sacks and sacks is because Jalen Carter's pressure rate is through the roof. And it's just going to keep going up and up and up for the simple fact that he's going to get more snaps from the Eagles. Right now, he's playing about 40-50% of the snaps, but that's going to go up because he's simply becoming an unstoppable force, an absolute beast. Look at these pressures. Look at the company he's with via the pressures, right? Aiden Hutchinson, Micah Parsons, these guys are edge rushers. They got 1 or 2 more pressures, but they got 20 or 40 more snaps. Mind you, they're edge rushers. Jalen Carter stops the run, too. He's a D tackle. When you look at all the D tackles in the NFL, not just the rookies, total D tackles, Jalen Carter is number 1 in pressures, and that's going to turn into sacks. He's also the highest graded rookie, offense or defensively, in the NFL at 90.2. So once the back end starts playing complimentary football, like I talked about earlier in this video, he's going to eat. Jalen Carter is the 7th most double-team D tackle through 2 weeks, 66%, and he's still top 5 in pass rush win rate. Again, all these numbers don't mean nothing if you don't get the sack. However, sometimes it forces an incomplete and something like that, but the sacks are coming, and when they come, they will be in bunches. Pause. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, Eagle Nation. I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast. Grab the merch. Air Hurt shirts, Philly Dog shirts, Philly Dog hats. Link will be in the description and pinned in the comment section. Drop the muscle emoji if you got nothing to say. I love y'all, and we'll be breaking down more stuff. Goat Talk probably tomorrow. Eagles, Bucks. Let's get to 3-0, but let's do it with some flair. 300-yard passing game from Jalen Hurts in this offense. I am calling it.